If you guys are looking for a new game to pass the time until GTA 6 gets here, check out G2A with the link in the description and use cashback code BOSS if you want to save a little bit extra as well. As we're all waiting for GTA 6 to get here, there's one Grand Theft Auto title that no one has gotten to play, and that's because Rockstar sort of canceled it at the last minute. We'll be talking about what that game is and more all in this video today. So there was an article put out on the website timeextension.com, and they put out an article titled "The Grand Theft Auto Games, Ports, and Expansions We Never Got to Play." And we'll go over the full list in a little bit, some of them even recently canceled, as in a few weeks ago, but the one we need to talk about in particular is Grand Theft Auto Tokyo. So back in 2003, before the release of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Take-Two Interactive filed 10 trademarks for Grand Theft Auto, which notably included titles like GTA Tokyo, GTA Sin City, and Grand Theft Auto Bogota, which would hint at possible new games set in their respective countries: Japan, Las Vegas, well, that's not a country, but it's a different city that we hadn't seen before, and Colombia. And this provoked some fan speculation that we might see these locations visited in a future Grand Theft Auto release, but Rockstar has since stuck to the 3 fictional cities included in Grand Theft Auto: Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City. Now, of course, we have gone to different cities like North Yankton and even Las Venturas in GTA San Andreas, but it's never been the main star of the show. Then in December 2023, following the leak of Grand Theft Auto 5 source code, data miners found evidence of Grand Theft Auto Tokyo at one point being in development for the PlayStation 2. So Time Extension actually asked a source who had previously worked at Rockstar if they could potentially shine a light on this and the other trademarks that were filed. And this is what that source had to say. Grand Theft Auto Tokyo was one of the cities being considered at the time. Sam Houser was pretty caught up with the Tokyo scene. He had just released Grand Theft Auto 3 back then, and they were doing a lot of travel to Tokyo back then to promote the game. It seemed like a cool, interesting city to do it in, but at the end of the day, it just came down to logistics. Getting the research team out there long enough to map the city, and just the cultural satire in terms of what could possibly work in a fitting narrative way in that city. Making those things connect was a little tough, and we thought it was just cooler to stick with the cities that were introduced in Grand Theft Auto 1. And what that source said about the logistics and getting a game in a different country to work in terms of satire was very difficult also aligns with what Rockstar Games believes. This is what Dan Houser had to say just days before Grand Theft Auto 5 was set to come out. They asked him, "Do you ever think about exploring the UK further in GTA games? Lots of people remember the GTA London titles quite fondly." And they said, "I think for us, my gut feeling is GTA London was cool for the time, but games were more limited then. These days, I think we would love to set a game in the UK, set in London, whatever, but I don't know if it would be a GTA game. I think there are plenty of great stories we could tell about the UK, great environments to showcase, great gameplay mechanics that could have a UK bent to them. I just don't think it would be a GTA necessarily. There's so many games we'd like to make, we just don't have the bandwidth to make at the moment, but we always think, well, the future is long and varied, and that's what the future is for." Speaking for myself, and normally I'd be as militant about saying we as much as possible, because it certainly isn't only me at all, thank God, but my own personal feeling is that GTA is America. With this game, I think we're happy with the location. It lets us do something iconic. So you heard it from the boss man himself. GTA is America. And since they had that one game in London, they have not gone anywhere else outside of the United States. Now, there was more follow-up from that source at Time Extension regarding why Rockstar Games put out those trademarks if they weren't going to end up doing anything about it. And he said around that era, the internet was a different place. Much like domains, you would file it just to keep squatters away from it. You don't want to be held hostage. And we were considering what cities to do. Sometimes we'd file a trademark with a different understanding of how the internet worked, let's say, then versus today. You felt like you could file it. You wouldn't have the same internet sleuths who would jump in and say, "Hey, look what they just did. Look what they just did." So they're a lot more careful about that these days. However, those were mostly just to protect from domain squatters. So you heard it there that Rockstar Games did that not necessarily because they were going to really follow through with this game. They were just trying to not get held hostage over a domain if they one day wanted to do that. And that's something that Rockstar probably has to do for Grand Theft Auto 6 right now, and it's why you see them have so many different variations of the GTA 6 website, whether it be using the full name Grand Theft Auto or using Roman numerals. And because GTA 6 is going to have multiplayer, that adds even more domains that they're probably going to have to just file away. But again, they have to be careful about it because now everyone is watching every single thing Rockstar is doing. So I'll leave a link to that website in the description. They talk about a handful of other GTA games, ports, and expansions we never got to play. One of the most recent ones that we never got our hands on is GTA San Andreas VR. That was announced at Facebook Connect 2021 and was just recently confirmed that it was put on hold indefinitely. We also know that we were supposed to get massive single-player expansions for Grand Theft Auto 5, featuring Agent Trevor, aliens, as well as zombies. And there was supposed to be a handful of other titles that we never got our hands on either, like Grand Theft Auto Berlin, GTA 2000, Grand Theft Auto 1.5, GTA 2 for the N64, GTA Online Crime World, Grand Theft Auto 2.5, which was supposed to take place in Miami, and a couple of GTA Advanced titles as well that never were fully made. Again, I will leave a link to this website in the description if you guys are interested and you'd like to take a look at it for yourself. But definitely the biggest one here that they got the most clarification on is Tokyo. And if you think about it, Tokyo would be a really good city for a Grand Theft Auto title. It's massively populated. It has a huge car culture as well as so many iconic landmarks, buildings, companies. It's surrounded by water, which is something that Rockstar likes to do for creating their maps, which also allows for all sorts of different types of vehicles to be introduced into the game. But at the end of the day, I kind of like the fact that Grand Theft Auto is American, obviously because I am one myself, so I understand the jokes, the satire, the parody, the comedy, the humor, everything that Rockstar seemingly puts into their games. It seems like they're just making fun of the things we do on a daily basis, which is hilarious. And for now, I'm just excited to see Rockstar explore modern-day Vice City and Leonida, but maybe one day we will get something extra like GTA Tokyo or Bogota. If I was a betting man, though, out of all these games we looked at, I think the one that makes the most sense, and this is way looking forward, would be Grand Theft Auto 7. When you think about gambling and slot machines, that's such a big part of Las Vegas itself. Lucky number 7 is what you get when you win jackpots on those games. It's a perfect opportunity for them to do something like that. But let me know what you think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.